So guys, I've had the iPad Pro, the 12.9-inch model, for about a year now. I've also been in college for like 5 years now. 10 years overall, that's a long story though. I'm just ready to graduate. I graduate this year, December 15th, and I just want to talk about how the iPad Pro has actually helped me stay more focused. It's kind of like refreshed my joy for college, which when I say joy, I mean that very, very unliterally, because I hate college now. Like, I'm counting down the days till I graduate. Like, let's see. How many days until December 15th?
It's 160 days until then.
Yeah, it's gotten so bad where it seems like literally every day I'm asking Siri how many days till I graduate. I'm just over school. I'm taking one class during the summer. I have 2 more classes in the fall. Then I'm done. I will have my bachelor's degree. It just took so long. But anyway, I want to show you how I study. Like, so me having senioritis and not wanting to study, like not even wanting to be in school at this point, everything has to be super easy. I'm not going to say it's organized because it's definitely not, but I try to make it as easy as possible. So with the iPad Pro, I literally don't use a printer for school anymore. I will use like actual hardcover books every now and then because sometimes the teachers, if they require them, it's cheaper just to rent them from Chegg, so I'll do that. You can get ebooks and then put them on your iPad, but sometimes the ebooks are more expensive. And the purpose of ebooks is like, to save trees, be good for the environment. If you're renting a book, at least it's like used and being given to millions of other people. Not millions, that's really exaggerating. But you know what I mean. So literally to study, the only 2 apps I use are the Canvas app and the Notability app. Of course, I also have the Apple Pencil, which is very helpful, which I'll go into that. So for my class right now, it's just a introduction to, I don't even know what class I'm taking. Let me look. No, it's literally that bad. Introduction to Retail Systems and Management. So the Canvas app is basically what a lot of people do through school now. Like, you're familiar with Blackboard, Canvas. I don't know what the heck there was before, but it seems now in 2018 Canvas is pretty popular. Everybody I know that goes to school uses Canvas. So download the Canvas app for your iPad. It makes things a little bit easier. The experience is not even close to being similar to the desktop version, but it gets me by for what I need. So when I study for exams, like, I have to know what I need. So for example, in Canvas right now, if I go to modules, and this is just for my class, it can be organized differently with yours. I'm studying for exam 2 topics, and then it will tell me like what exactly I need. So like, here's the different chapters. Here's all these learning objectives that I don't care about nor I will read. But I just know I need to watch the lectures and then also download the PowerPoint. So if I go to retail locations, this is the PowerPoint. And then I can click the share button at the top, and then I just do copy to Notability. And I've already done this for everything for this exam, so you don't have to watch me do this. And if I go back to modules, exam 2 topics, there's obviously other topics too. So retail site locations, part 2. There's nothing there but lectures, so we'll just go back. And then supply chain and management. There is another PowerPoint, which I already downloaded. And then there is an exam study guides as well. So that is in docx format, and you can also copy to Notability. So the cool thing with Notability, like, you can pretty much export any type of format that you would use for studying, like PowerPoints, documents from Word. I think maybe Excel would work too. It's just like, if you're going to have an iPad Pro for school, like, you better buy Notability. It's a paid app on the App Store, but it's definitely worth it. So let's pull up Notability, and I can show you how I've used it throughout the last year or so. And then we'll talk about how I'm actually going to use it for studying for this exam. So you can kind of see here, like, all my notes. My first note was, like, I started October 2017, so I've had this thing for about a year now, come October. And the reason I first got it is because I was taking business finance, and it's one of the hardest classes of my major. Trust me, it is, because I got a D-, which is still passing, but oh well. But the worst part, I would do like tutoring services through a third party, and they would give me these study guides, and they are so long. And they were like, I swear I would probably print like 300 pages per exam. And I was just sick of like wasting paper. I wanted a solution. So with these, with iPad Pro, I can export the PDFs to Notability. And you can, if I scroll through here, you can probably see where I've made notes on some of these. Not this one. Maybe that's why I did so bad. Okay, so here's some like notes I've done. You can see where I used the Apple Pencil. And then for the semester afterwards, I had operations management class. You can see where I did everything there. And then here's really cool because you can actually take a picture with Notability. Like if you click the X at the top, you can take a photo and literally just like import a photo into your notes. So if you're in class and you don't want to copy down what the professor wrote, you can literally just take a picture, import it to Notability, and it's going to be in your figurative like notebook. So it's really cool. And it honestly really does help having the Apple Pencil because you can just like delete stuff. Like look at this. Like this chart here is ridiculous, like all the work that goes into it. And if you make one mistake, you have to change everything. So having the Apple Pencil, you can like erase stuff. So I'm like erasing this from my life because this class is over and I'm going to graduate soon and I don't care. But yeah, it's honestly really helpful. But I'll show you like what I'm going to do for this exam coming this Thursday. So I imported everything. So far the only stuff I have is the exam study guide and then the 2 PowerPoints. And I said I'm not organized, but I should be. So I'm going to make a retail management folder. So I can put these in there. So now we have the 2 PowerPoints in my study guide in the retail management folder. So it's a little bit more organized now. I told you guys I'm not, which is just honestly a part of being done with school mentally. I'm just trying to do the minimal. But now that I have the 3 things in here, like I have my PowerPoint, and here's all the information I need to study for the exam. And what I should be doing is watching the lecture on my computer. Okay, so the ideal thing to do is have this PowerPoint up and then also watch your lecture that coincides with the PowerPoint and make notes. With the iPad Pro, you should theoretically be able to swipe from this bar and then like open it up in a new little tab, but it just doesn't work. So I guess that's just the Canvas app is not supported for multi-window. As far as like my classes, I know that my teacher asked a lot of like stupid facts that you wouldn't think is something you should study. So like this would for sure be a question. Like what's the number of Picassos in millions of dollars on this whatever. So I'm circling this. I can even highlight it, like study this bull crap that's probably going to be on the test for some random reason. Let's see what else. So like here, this could definitely be a question, like what's the most expensive shopping district? So like Fifth Avenue could be one. Knowing my teacher, she will ask me like, what is the average of the 4th and the 8th most expensive shopping district if you average it together and then divide by 18 for some reason? No open notes. Like that would be something she would ask, I swear. What was the cost for the Dubai shopping mall? Like 20 million. How many stores are in it? Like I swear, my teacher said these exams are common sense, but then she'll ask random questions like this, so you have to study. And it's the most bogus information that I don't care about. Anyway, that has nothing to do with this video. But then last but not least for this exam, there's the study guide, which this is the most important thing, and this is where the Apple Pencil really comes in handy. I'm not sure why it formatted these little lines between the bullet points and that. I don't know if that's a Notability import issue or my teacher just being stupid. So like here, it says chapter 7 retail locations. And tell me how I rented a book and then this thing was in it. Like what kind of, what is this? Y'all want this? So if we go to chapter 7, like in my book, So like I have my book open right here, I have my notes here, and so like I want to make notes of these different things here. So like for the most part, a lot of my study guides are just information, but then sometimes my professor puts things like this where it says know the differences between unplanned and planned locations. Okay guys, so then once you have everything loaded, like obviously that's the hardest part, then you just have to study and make notes. So with my study guide, a lot of it's just information. I can just study on the go, like I can take my iPad Pro and study, but sometimes it, asks for me to put in information. So I have to like do definitions. So that's when I can have my book and my iPad Pro. The biggest thing is just getting organized, getting all your information into Notability that you're going to study. And then once it's in your iPad Pro, you can take this anywhere. Like you can take it to work to study, you can go outside, you can go on the couch, you can go to the beach. As long as you have your Apple Pencil to take notes and your iPad Pro to go through everything that you've imported, like it's super easy. If you're like me and you like having a book, like this isn't bad. Like this is all you need to take around, If I actually went to a physical class, I just take classes online. Like this wouldn't be bad at all to take the class. Luckily for me, I do everything online, so if I had 10 books, it wouldn't matter. I would just have them on my table. But for me, like for some people, the iPad Pro could reduce the book because you could just get a PDF. But for me, the biggest thing the iPad Pro does is just trying to be organized, which I'm not, but then just reducing printing. Like every single class you're in, your teacher is going to give you study guides. She's going to give you PowerPoints. She's going to give you this to print, that to print. With this, you don't have to do that, so it's super convenient. So guys, that is all I got to say about that. If you're in school, let me know in the comment section below, like what are you studying? When do you graduate? Let's complain together. I'm just so over school. Like senioritis is in full effect. If you're in high school and you have senioritis, no. College senioritis is so bad. Like I just want to be done with college. And then in the back of my head, like I'm thinking about going back for graduate school, but I don't want to, but I kind of do, but I don't. Anyway, guys, hope you guys have a great day. Happy studying if you're in school. Bye.